60 Minutes Overtime.
Publicly, you haven't spoken about her death.
No, not really. No. Maybe it was too early, and then you think it's nobody's business, and But no, it's 5 years, and it's okay. It's okay to talk. It's important to talk,
I wanted very much to have a conversation with Liam about grief, and because it's not something you hear talked about very much, and it's something everybody will experience at times in their life, dealing with grief, dealing with loss, and I think there's power in hearing how other people have dealt with it. How often do you come up here?
As often as I can. Anderson, I love it up here.
He has a house in upstate New York, and Natasha is very much present in that house. It's where they got married. And you were married where?
Right, just over where the camera is there.
Is that right? This house is still, it was so much a place where you were together. Is that a comfort or is it hard?
Look, there's a beautiful vibe from this house, and it's still our home, and a lot of her stuff is still here. And
you still have her clothes?
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's no timeline for grief. There's no clock of how long you're supposed to grieve for somebody. It takes many different forms for many different people, and it can go on for an entire lifetime, obviously. Sometimes if there's been a sudden death or a violent death, people end up focusing on the way somebody died as opposed to the way they lived their life. Mm-hmm. Do you think a lot about the way she died, or do you think more about...
In the early days I did, yeah. And then you sort of think back, well, she always packed so much into every day, Natasha, that I think maybe she knew she wasn't destined to be on this earth for a long period of time. I don't know. I mourn for her, yeah. I visit her grave on a very regular basis. And
she's buried here on the property?
She's buried close by.
I've only once visited my dad's grave and my brother's grave in 20 some odd years, 30 years. Yeah. Does it help?
Does it help? I'm not a keen gardener, but I plant daffodils. It gives me something to do, and plant some roses and stuff like that.
He certainly felt ready to talk about it. It's not a conversation that I would foist upon anybody, but he said it helps to talk about her. It's good to talk about her.
She and I were like Astaire and Rogers. We had just this wonderful kind of free dance on stage every night,
Natasha wanted Liam to star with her in a revival of Eugene O'Neill's Anna Christie, and a lot of people said that they saw them kind of fall in love on the stage.
It is dreaming I am.
Is there something about grief that surprised you, or that you didn't expect?
I guess I was surprised with the outpouring of well-being and good wishes that I received from people. Just a wonderful feeling of, yes, this terrible thing has happened, but we're all connected. We're all connected. And people saying, we feel your grief. Or some people would be more explicit and say, I lost my son or I lost my wife. These tragic circumstances. And it was really bolstering. It really was. That did surprise me.
I think often the hardest times after a loss is there is that sense of connection afterward, and of joining together, and people come together. But then people start to go about their lives again return to their lives. And when you've lost somebody, your world is turned upside down. And I often wish that sort of sense of connection could remain.
I think it's still there, Anderson. The core group, always there.
His wife's mother, Vanessa Redgrave, has been very involved in raising the boys, according to him.
She kind of moved in with us when Natasha passed away, and she has this incredible lightness of spirit, The kids absolutely adore her, and she's been great. And at the same time, she's like an absolute rock, this foundation stone.
You were saying you're not particularly religious. Did that change at all in the wake of this?
Well, I was certainly looking for answers, so I read a lot of books on religion, and C.S. Lewis especially. And And a lot of atheistic books too. So I don't know, Anderson. The jury's out. I mean, I guess I'll be doing that until the day I leave the earth.
You're still covering all your bases.
I'm going to cover every base, yeah. And then when I was doing Taken 2 in Istanbul, the call to prayer, the Muslim call to prayer starts at like 5 o'clock in the morning. So,
It's an extraordinary sound.
wow. So the first week it was like, the second week it was like, oh, it's kind of quite nice. But the third week I was totally captivated by it. Loved it. So then I thought maybe Islam's the answer. So.
I don't see any prayer rugs around, so I don't think you've made the leap.
No, I haven't made the big leap yet.
I'm not sure what they'd think in Ballymena.
That wouldn't get down very well.
That would not.
They'd say, oh, Muslim, are you a Catholic Muslim or a Protestant Muslim? That's what that would be.